Difficult season, it's nice to celebrate some of the better times we've had at the club.
Yeah, it's nice. We have these every year, obviously the Player of the Year dues, and it's nice to see what the supporters think of how well the lads have done. And I don't think they've been far wrong this year with young Joe.
Joe, a worthy choice, you reckon?
Yeah, he's obviously with the way we've been this season, ups and downs, and we've had that inconsistency. But I think overall, Joe has probably had, most of the rough with verbal abuse and whatever from behind the goal. So again, he's a strong character and he's come through it and he's done well.
How important is it to get that contract tied up and see him in next year?
Well, again, it'd be nice. We've got to try and sit down and talk with him and assess the situation. But say first and foremost, we need to know what's happening at the top level. With the board and the new investors as to what they're thinking.
Yeah, how much are you stopped from doing what you want to do in terms of rebuilding or building some foundations?
Well, we have to put pre-season into place because, again, irrespective of whether I'm here or not, it still has to be planned for. As for the players, we need to know quickly because obviously the season finishes this weekend, and the normal ritual is that players get to know in the following week of that season finishing. And obviously, at the moment, we've got about 7 to 8 players up, and they obviously for their own personal perspectives, they want to know what's going on, and it needs to be sorted quickly.
In terms of foundations at football club, a lot of the main award winners tonight were young players, and the youth team themselves have done brilliantly. That's good for the football club moving forward.
It always is. We've always said that the way forward for this club is for the local lads to come through and get in the team. That's where the supporters have an affinity with, and that's what's happened over the years gone by. I mean, we need to carry that on, and as I said, through this season we've had a young element of players doing that, and they're having to be thrown in the deep end week in, week out and compete. It can only be good for the club in the near future.
Yeah, but whilst recognising the talent, the potential they've got, it is difficult to build a side without the experienced players who've been missing with injury so often.
Yeah, we've missed the backbone of the side really. We lose Joe and then you lose Gareth Owen and Mark Richards. We've lost Dave Brammer as well for games, and you need that experience around you. And while the young lads are having to participate week in, week out, things are not going well. It's who do you turn to, because roughly they're all the same age and they're all learning together. So hopefully next year it'll put them in good stead, and like you say, we need more experience around them.
Sometimes the support of this place, we've spoken about it before, it's not easy for them when people get on their back.
No, it hasn't been. It's been quite volatile at times, and the games have been hard. Just due to the fact that we haven't won many games at home, and the next game comes, and if you hadn't won the previous game, that pressure mounts. And when you're having to play your younger element there, it's sometimes you just need that bit more patience and a bit more realism to what's happening around. And we've had our ups and downs, but thankfully over the last 5 games we've gone on a run, we've not got beat.
Yeah, you see a lot of clubs which are probably seen as big clubs for the league they're in, that maybe the expectancy level is a bit high when you look at what you've actually got in the squad.
Yeah, we've come down this year, and expectations was probably far too high, expecting us to go straight into the playoffs straight away. It was going to be a rebuilding schedule again, and it's going to be a 2-3 year plan probably, but hopefully the foundations have been put in place already, and we can build on and move forward from this.
And obviously with the fact that it is a 2 or 3 year plan and not a quick fix, and as a Port Vale fan, of course yourself, it's been difficult, I know, for you to take the abuse from the fans.
Yeah, it's not been easy. The last 3-4 months has been rather difficult really, because again you come to work and you're getting abused before and after the game, and it's not nice, but it happens and we have to just get on with it. Majority of the supporters have been very good. There's been a lot of support from them. It's just obviously the minority at the moment have been a little bit vocal, but it happens. We just have to ride through it hopefully and come out the other side.
It was nice to see the welcome for you onto the stage tonight was warm and genuine, and everyone was behind you.
As I said, majority of the support's been excellent. It's just the minority that spoil it for everybody else. But unfortunately, they want their voices heard, and they do it through protesting. But we get on with it, and let's hope we can move forward.
And in terms of moving forward for you, are you any clearer on your future?
No, that's what I say. The situation upstairs needs to be sorted soon rather than later. So I know whether I'm here and move the club forward. If not, somebody else comes and does it, and then everybody knows where they stand.
You know the squad as it is now better than anyone. If if we look to next year, whether you're here or who else is here, what should be the realistic aim?
Again, I wouldn't say playoffs are a priority next year. I would say another building season as to be more stable around the middle of the table and just above. Again, you're going to have more or less the same squad with the added addition of 5 or 6 players. So there's not going to be a massive change around in the summer. Again, because the finances that dictate that, and every club will have to cut the cloth accordingly for next season, and there's going to be a lot of players up, but hopefully we can get the more experienced ones within our younger crop for next season.
Thanks very much, Dean. That's brilliant. Cheers, mate.